So I am 20 years old and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And I know that sounds dramatic and I know that sounds like something everybody says, but I truly, from the bottom of my heart, don't mean it the way that they mean it. I mean, I wake up every single day and I feel like I'm living someone else's dream. Like I'm following a script that somebody else handed me for some reason. They handed it to me before I was old enough to know I could even say no. And now I'm halfway through the play, I'm halfway through the game, and I don't even recognize the character I am playing. Go to school, get the degree, get the job, be responsible, be realistic, be grateful. That's the plan, right? That's what we're supposed to do. And I didn't. And I'm doing it, and I'm showing up, and I'm checking the boxes as I was told, and I'm doing everything right, so why does everything feel so wrong? I can't put my finger on it, but it feels so wrong. And it's not wrong like broken, it's not wrong like crisis, it's not wrong like something I could point to and say, that's the problem, right there, fix it. It just feels so off. I'm not understanding, it just feels so off. Like a low hum in the background of my life that never stops. A quiet heaviness I carry around every day that I cannot explain to anyone because on paper, my life, it's fine. I have friends, I have a roof, I'm in school, I'm working. I'm not starving and I'm not in danger. And that's exactly the trap. Because when nothing is wrong on paper, you can't explain why everything feels wrong inside. So you don't say anything, like I haven't. So you just keep going, just keep showing up, keep smiling, keep pretending, and you push that deep, dark feeling down. And every time I go on social media, Instagram, TikTok, I scroll. And I see those girls living their best life, traveling the world, living in the big cities or on beaches or in tiny apartments in countries I've never been to, going on adventures and side quests, meeting people, experiencing things, living that full, creative, free lifestyle I wish I had, that I watched through a screen from the same bedroom I've had since I was 15. And they're not even doing what I'm doing, I realized. They're not even in college. They're not stuck at a job that they hate. They're not following the plan. They just look alive. And I close the app every night and I feel worse than before I opened it. Every single time. And I think to myself, what are they doing that I'm not? What do they know that I don't know? How did they get out of this loop that we're all sold ever since we're young? Because I want to get out. And I want to leave so freaking bad. It hurts on the inside. I want to adventure. I want to find new people. I want to experience new cultures and see new places and meet new people and feel something other than this numb, gray, in-between feeling that follows me freaking everywhere. Every single place I go. But I'm stuck in class. I'm stuck at my job. I'm stuck in my hometown. And every time I try to imagine a way out, I hit the same freaking brick wall. This is what you're supposed to do. This is the path. Everyone is on it. Your parents were on it. Your teachers told you to get on it. Your friends are on it. So just stay on it. Be patient. Be realistic. Be grateful. Can I be honest about something? I don't even feel like I relate to my friends anymore. And that one hurts because those are the girls I grew up with, the girls I've known my whole life, the girls I love. But lately, I sit with them and I feel like I'm behind glass. Like I'm in the same room, but not in the conversation. I can hear them talking and I can hear laughing and them making plans and going out, and I'm just like, they're like listening, present, but like not connected. Smiling on the outside, but like on the inside, I'm not smiling. I don't feel anything. And I can't laugh at the same jokes anymore. I can't get excited about the same things. I can't pretend about the stuff that we used to bond over that still fills me up the way it used to. And it's not their fault. I'm not blaming it on them. They didn't change. I did. Or maybe I didn't change. Maybe I just started noticing, started feeling something I didn't before. Or maybe I always felt it and I just got too tired to keep ignoring it. Either way, I feel left out, and it's not because anyone is excluding me. It's because I'm standing in a room full of people I love and none of them feel like home anymore. And that makes me feel guilty. Because what kind of person pulls away from the people who care about her? What kind of person looks at a perfectly good life and says, this isn't enough? I feel anxious every single day now. And it's not about anything specific, just anxiety. Like my body knows something my brain has not caught up to yet. Like there's a pressure building inside me and it has nowhere to go. I lost my confidence somewhere over the past years. I used to be a more confident version of myself. And I used to feel sure about things. I used to walk into a room and feel like I belonged there. And now I feel like I'm faking it wherever I go through the day. Like the grocery store, school, work, everywhere, I'm faking it. And then on the other side, I feel like a million different emotions. For 1 minute, I feel happy. Next minute, I feel sad. Next, I feel inspired, and then joyful and motivated, and then depressed, and then sad for no reason. And then completely empty by lunch and hopeful at night, then anxious by the morning, and it feels like I'm losing my mind during the day. It feels like I'm the only one going through this. It feels like every single person figured something out in life and I missed the memo. And the worst part of this all, the worst part isn't the sadness, it's not the confusion, it's not even the loneliness. The worst part is that I know I'm not living for me. I'm living for every other person on this planet but myself. And I'm going to school because that's what my parents expect. And I'm working this job because that's what responsible people do, responsible adults do. I'm staying in this town because that's where my life is set up. And my family is here, and my friends are here, and the template I was given of a life, the rules I was supposed to follow are here. And I'm following this plan because it's the only plan ever given to me. And none of that feels like mine. None of it. I woke up and go through someone else's routine and I spend my energy on someone else's priorities and I come home and collapse into someone else's version of what my life should look like. And at the end of the day, when I'm finally alone, I look in the mirror and I don't recognize her. And it's not because she looks different. It's because she feels different, smaller, and quieter and less sure about things. Like the version of her got buried under layers of expectations and obligations and supposed to's, and she doesn't know how to dig herself out. And I know what some people would say. That's just life. Welcome to adulthood. But I've heard it from my parents, from teachers, from older people who look at me like I'm naive for wanting more. And maybe they're right. Maybe this is just how it works. Maybe everyone feels this way and they just learn to live with it and need to grow up and accept it all. But something in me will not accept it. Something in me keeps pushing back. And this tiny, stubborn piece of me that refuses to believe this is all there is keeps pushing. The voice is screaming, go travel. The voice is screaming, try new things. The voice is screaming, follow a mission. Like a motivational poster in a high school hallway. And it's quiet though. It's almost a whisper, and I don't know if anyone else has this. So I've never brought it up to any friends. But it's persistent and it shows up every day. In the quiet moments, in the shower, in the car, at 2 a.m. when I can't sleep and I'm staring at the ceiling. It just says the same thing over and over and over again. That this isn't it. There has to be more. You're made for something bigger than this. And I don't know what bigger means. I don't even have a plan. I don't have a roadmap or the answer. I just have a feeling. And then the lies start. The ones you tell yourself because the feeling is too uncomfortable to just sit with. This is just how life is. And I get it. That's how we're all raised. Watching our parents come home exhausted every day, hearing adults talk about their jobs like a prison sentence they got accepted into, going to school where every adult modeled the same thing: sacrifice your freedom now, and maybe eventually, decades from now, you'll get to enjoy your life. So when you start feeling trapped, you didn't question the trap, you questioned yourself. I should be grateful. And that one cuts the deepest because it sounds true. Other people have it worse. You're not homeless. You're not sick. You have more than most people in history ever had. But I was never told that gratitude and desire are not the opposites. You can be thankful for what you have and still know in your gut that it's not enough. You can love your family and still outgrow your environment. You can appreciate the roof over your head and still feel the walls closing in. The guilt you feel for wanting more, that was installed by people who gave up on what they wanted and needed you to give up to, so they didn't have to sit with the regret alone. I'm just not disciplined enough. That one is cruel because you're not undisciplined, you're depleted, and you're giving your best energy to a system that was never assigned to fill you up. And then you come home running on nothing and beat yourself up for not having the energy to build the life that you actually want. That's not discipline at all. That's not a problem around discipline. That's a design problem. And then everyone feels this way, is what I thought. And maybe they do. But since when is shared suffering a reason to stop wanting more? Since when is everyone is miserable a good argument for staying miserable? If everyone accepted the cage that they're in, it doesn't make the cage okay. It just means that nobody had the guts to rattle the bars. I'll figure it out later. This is the most dangerous one because later never comes. Later always is just in the future, but the future never comes. You're outsourcing it to your future self. And one more day becomes one more month, becomes one more year, becomes another birthday, and another 10 years. And then it all passes and nothing changes, and you're in the same town, the same routine, the same feeling in your chest. And I know all of this because I feel it too. Every single thing I just described. The disconnection from friends, the scrolling and feeling worse, the confidence that disappeared, the anxiety that shows up from nowhere, the guilt for wanting more. That quiet voice won't shut up. And I felt it all. And for the longest time, I thought something was wrong with me, and I thought I was broken, and I thought I was the only one walking around with this unnamed weight on my chest while everyone else seemed fine. And I thought I was ungrateful, dramatic, weak, lost, and maybe I am lost. But I don't think being lost means something is wrong with me. It means that you're looking for something nobody around me or you is looking for, something nobody taught you existed, something that you can feel but can't see. And that's terrifying, to want something you can't even name, to ache for a life that you never lived, and to know in your bones that you were meant for more while having zero evidence to prove it. But that piece of me, that 1%, that piece of me that still holds on, that believes, that still looks at the future version of herself and thinks, I want her to exist, I want her to just grow, I want her to blossom, even when I have no idea how. That piece is the only thing that feels real anymore. And here's where I need to stop and step out for a second and talk to you as me, someone who is sitting on the other side of the screen and knows exactly what it feels like to watch this and think that she's talking about me, because I am. I was in the exact same position. I was you 3 years ago, stuck, confused, anxious. I'd wake up with anxiety attacks, and I was stuck at a job that I hated, holding on to a 1% belief that there had to be something more, while having zero proof that it existed. And then I found it. And it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen easily. It didn't happen without pain and failure and fear and a whole lot of moments where I wanted to quit, but I found it. And the reason I'm making this video is not to pretend that I have all of the answers, it's just to tell you one thing, that you're not alone. And that feeling that you have, the one that you can't name, the one that you've been carrying around in silence because you think nobody would understand, millions of people are feeling it right now. Tonight, in their beds, in their cars, in their classrooms, on their lunch breaks, staring at their ceilings at 2 in the morning, wondering if this is really all we're here for. You're not alone in this. You're not broken. You're not ungrateful. You're not weak behind. You're just awake. Before most people around you are. And that's a lonely place to be, and it's not a wrong place to be. And that voice inside of you, the one that keeps whispering, don't silence her. She's the only part of you that's still fully yours. And if you stay on this channel, if you keep coming back, I'm gonna share everything, the real, unfiltered, raw truth about what it actually looks like to take that feeling and turn it into something. Take back control of your life, your mindset, your income, and turn it into something that fulfills you. And I'm gonna document everything, share what I learned, and share what I wish someone else told me, all of it, when I was younger. Because nobody should have to sit in that feeling alone. And if I can be the person that I needed 3 years ago for even one girl watching this right now, then this is worth it. So if something in this video made you feel seen, if something made you pause, if something made you think she's talking about me, subscribe, stay, come back, because this is just the beginning and you don't have to figure out all alone tonight. You just have to know that the feeling is real and that it means something and that you're not the only one who has it. So I'll see you in the next one.